Okay, I got a outdoor weather center sensor box I've had to rebuild, and the problem was the original little clip mount sensor bracket for the sensor to mount it outside broke, and there's really no good way to mount it. It didn't come with a really good way to mount it anyway, because this thing really needs to be in some kind of environmental cavity so you don't get bad readings like it's sitting in the sun or in excessive shade, for instance. I mean, if the ambient temperature might be 71, and if this is sitting in the sun, you might read 92. So originally, to overcome that, I built a box, a little weather box, a little housing for it to sit in, and the bracket for the sensor was inside of there. And unfortunately, batteries go dead on cold days, right? And I go to change the battery one day, and the little clip broke, and there's really no repairing it. So, and I waited for spring, and I built a new enclosure. And to prevent false readings, I've completely built it out of aluminum refurbished parts. Uh, and I have some corrugated aluminum uh, covering. This was industrial grade. It was salvaged from a dumpster, and that's my roof, and it's bolted in. And then I have an old electrical box, aluminum as well, salvaged from an old dumpster, and I've drilled ventilation holes there and there to help vent it, so there isn't heat building up. And then there's a drain hole in the bottom, of course, and I've drilled extra holes for rain to drain. And then for my sensor mount, I've used old conduit pipe clamps, and I've cut one and modified it as the base, and I've cut another one and left it spread, and then measured it so that this will fit in there real snug and actually snap right in. And that's my sensor. Originally it sat with this little clamp thing that was like this that held it, and in my old housing it was like this. But this has been a really great weather center. I'd hate to get rid of it just because of a stupid mounting bracket. I've had it many years and it still works great, so we'll just go with that. And this is going to be mounted on a post outside, away from the sun. It'll be on the uh, northern exposure of a fence post. And see the picture in the video description to see where it's mounted. And another thing is, so I got a mount hole there, a mount hole there for a large screw to go into the post. And another thing I've done is I've taken these spacers and I'm going to actually put them there over the big screw, so that it doesn't have any contact with the post at all. So it'll actually be away from the post like that. So there'll be a complete air gap around it. And as you can see how that works, and there's a slight tilt down of the roof as well. You see that? So that'll keep rain or ice or snow or anything from building up and damaging my roof. Another thing is the gap there would have held ice, and this is another thing, that's going to make a gap between the housing and the post where any moisture is going to run down, and this is going to be completely isolated. And that sensor goes in there just like this. This is hard to do with one hand because I'm holding the camera, but you can see what a perfect little fit I got there. And you can see some detail of the inside of the house. So there you go. Hope it helps you, and hope it helps your home weather system. And remember that, and make sure your sensor's out away from any outside factors that are going to mess it up. And that's going to be mounted on a post just like that. Thanks for watching. I hope it helps you.